Triple H bans Roman Reigns for attacking Paul Heyman on WWE Raw, shocking WWE drama. Welcome back to the channel, wrestling fans. We have a major storyline to discuss today that's shaking up the entire WWE Universe. In a shocking twist, Triple H has banned Roman Reigns from WWE after a brutal attack on his longtime advocate, Paul Heyman, on Monday Night Raw. This is a moment that no one saw coming, especially considering the long history between Roman and Paul. So, what led to this explosive confrontation? How did it all unfold? And what does this ban mean for Roman Reigns, the Bloodline, and WWE as a whole? Stay tuned as we break down everything you need to know about this jaw-dropping turn of events. The Bloodline's fractured foundation, setting the stage for the conflict. To truly understand the significance of Triple H's decision to ban Roman Reigns, we need to take a look at the unraveling of the Bloodline. For years, Roman Reigns, alongside his cousins Jey and Jimmy USO, and the ever-loyal Paul Heyman, had built the most dominant faction in WWE. The Bloodline was not just a group, it was a powerful force that ran the show, dominating both Raw and SmackDown. At its core, Roman Reigns had elevated himself to the tribal chief, holding the Universal Championship with an iron grip. Paul Heyman, as his advocate, played a pivotal role in shaping Roman's persona and power, making him the face of WWE. However, cracks began to appear in this powerful unit. The tensions between Roman and Jey USO have been well documented, with Jey struggling to accept Roman's authority. Jimmy USO, too, had his issues, and Paul Heyman, while a loyal advocate, started to show signs of doubt. But despite these internal struggles, the Bloodline remained a force, always with Roman at the helm. Until now. In the weeks leading up to Raw, it became clear that something was amiss. Roman had become more unpredictable and distant. His behavior was erratic, and he was showing signs of a temper that hadn't been seen before. Rumors began to swirl about growing tensions between Roman and Heyman. Was Roman starting to feel that Heyman's influence was a liability rather than an asset? Could this be the beginning of Roman Reigns turning his back on everyone, even Paul Heyman? The Raw incident, Roman attacks Paul Heyman. The confrontation. Fast forward to the most recent Monday Night Raw, and what we witnessed was nothing short of shocking. Roman Reigns, appearing in the ring alone, came face to face with Paul Heyman, who had been summoned to address the situation. Paul, ever the master of words, was attempting to calm Roman, who was visibly agitated. Paul began, "Roman, we need to talk. We've been through a lot together. I've been with you through thick and thin, and this is not the way to handle things." But Roman, his eyes cold and filled with fury, didn't want to hear it. "You don't get to lecture me, Paul. I'm the tribal chief. I don't need you or anyone else telling me what to do anymore," he snapped. The crowd was in disbelief, sensing that something big was about to happen. Paul Heyman, trying to maintain his composure, said, "Roman, this isn't you. We're family. We've built this together. You don't want to go down this path." But Roman, in a moment of sheer aggression, stepped forward and shoved Paul Heyman to the mat, a shocking and brutal move. The audience erupted in chaos, as the man who had once been a mentor and advocate for Roman was now being treated with cold disdain. But Roman wasn't done. He grabbed Paul by the collar, lifting him off the ground before delivering a devastating Samoan drop. The crowd was stunned, and Paul Heyman lay motionless on the mat, clutching his chest in pain. It was clear, Roman Reigns had just turned on the very person who had been his closest ally, and this act of violence sent shockwaves through the WWE Universe. Triple H's response in banning Roman Reigns. Triple H intervenes. After the shocking attack, WWE management was in chaos. Roman Reigns had crossed a line, and it was clear that things could no longer be ignored. It wasn't just a moment of anger. It was an act that could have serious repercussions not only for Roman, but for WWE as a whole. Enter Triple H. The Game, the man who now runs WWE's operations, immediately took charge. As the CEO and authority figure of WWE, Triple H had seen everything in his time with the company. But this was a betrayal on a new level. Paul Heyman had been a loyal part of WWE's fabric for decades, and no one, not even Roman Reigns, could simply destroy that relationship without consequence. On the next episode of Monday Night Raw, Triple H made a surprise appearance, walking down the ramp with a determined look on his face. The The crowd immediately began chanting his name. Triple H stepped into the ring, microphone in hand, and addressed the WWE Universe. Roman Reigns. I've been in this business a long time, and I've seen a lot. But what happened last week was unforgivable. Roman, you don't get to attack Paul Heyman. You don't get to disrespect the legacy of this company and its history. You've crossed a line, and there will be consequences. The tension in the arena was palpable as Triple H continued. Therefore, I am making the decision to ban you from WWE. Effective immediately, Roman Reigns is no longer allowed to step foot in this ring. You've been suspended indefinitely, and if you think you can just walk away from this without facing repercussions, you're sadly mistaken. The crowd erupted in a mixture of shock and excitement as Roman Reigns' reign of dominance came to an unexpected halt. The man who had been untouchable for so long was now banned from WWE, and fans were left wondering what Roman's next move would be. The fallout. What's next for Roman Reigns? The impact on Reigns and WWE. With Roman Reigns banned from WWE, the fallout was immediate and widespread. For years, Roman had been the centerpiece of WWE. He had held the Universal Championship for over 1,000 days, been the face of SmackDown, and carried the weight of the Bloodline on his shoulders. Now, with him out of the picture, WWE was left to pick up the pieces. What happens next for Roman Reigns? And how does this impact the WWE landscape? First, we have to consider Roman's future. He may have been banned from WWE for now, but this is hardly the end of his story. As we've seen in the past, Roman has an uncanny ability to bounce back from even the most extreme situations. Whether it's re-establishing himself as a dominant force in WWE or somehow manipulating his way back into the company, we can't count him out just yet. Fans are already speculating about how Roman might return. Will he try to take down Triple H? Will he form a new faction to rise against WWE management? Whatever path he chooses, Roman Reigns is far from finished in WWE. Meanwhile, WWE must adjust to life without Roman Reigns at the helm. SmackDown, the brand that he carried for so long, will need a new leader, and the rest of the Bloodline is in disarray. Thanks for tuning in to this breaking news update on Roman Reigns' ban from WWE. If you enjoyed this breakdown of the shocking turn of events, make sure to hit that like button, share with your fellow WWE fans, and subscribe for more exclusive content. We'll keep you updated on everything happening in the world of WWE, from shocking betrayals to title changes and beyond. Stay tuned, and as always, keep supporting your favorite superstars in the WWE Universe. Until next time, take care and stay wrestling obsessed.